I know it looks like he's losing and like he's getting his, the brakes beat off of him. He doesn't have any weapons or resources, and he might not even get the girl in the end, but hey.
I didn't hear no bell.
He's a dog. All right, so what does it mean to have that dog in you? You're a dog. What does that mean? It means you will keep fighting till the end. It doesn't matter what's happening around you. You're getting your ass beat. Like I said earlier, you're not getting the girl. You're out of weapons. You're out of resources. You're out of everything. But you're still gonna go for it because you have that dog in you, the dog spirit in you. Like it's just like Yusuke from Yu Yu Hakusho. He has that dog in him. He didn't give up no matter what. He kept fighting till the very end. That's what it means to have that dog in you. But that's actually not what I'm talking about today, because I know the title might say it otherwise, but it is misleading. I'm going to be talking about actual dogs. That's right, not people who just have that dog in them. They're literally dogs. Okay, so more specifically, I'm going to be talking about ninja dogs. That's right, and you're wondering, hey, what's that? It is literally, as I just said, a ninja who is a dog. And where did this idea come from? I don't know. I've just been noticing over the past couple days, things that I've been watching, playing, that there are a lot of ninja dogs in media, specifically in Japanese media. And I'm like, I don't know where this comes from, what is the reason behind this, and I couldn't really find a definitive answer. While trying to find the answer, I found several things in Japanese mythology involving dogs, like an inugami. That was pretty cool. But nothing really concrete as to why, ninja dogs exist. And I think the closest thing I found were that ninjas back in the day did train dogs and, taught them how to maneuver in the dark because they are kind of nocturnal in state, and also how to, fight and do a bit of, reconnaissance for them. So that was about the closest thing I found to why ninja dogs, or ninken, are so popular within Japanese culture. But that was kind of disappointing. I thought I'd find a bigger answer, and maybe there is a bigger answer out there, but for now I don't know what the definitive answer is. But I did want to talk about some of my favorite dogs that are ninjas in media. Okay, so my first experience with a ninja dog is actually going to be a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Many of us who grew up playing the game, this kind of might have been your first experience with a ninja dog. There's another one I'm going to mention later on who did technically come before this one, but this was my first experience. It is going to be Ninken Dog. Now if you see him, he's strong, 4 stars, 1800 attack power. That is what we call a beat stick in the Yu-Gi-Oh game. Early games at least, he was always being used in my decks because of this. You can summon him right away and he can get over most things. The game as far as it is now, it's evolved past that. He does not have any relevance on the game at all. I don't even know if he even has any other appearances in the cards, because later on cards will get made and have like a retrain where it's the same art or same character but they have a different effect. I don't think he has one yet. But yes, he's cool. He's a wind, and look at him. He's just posing like a straight up ninja. He has a headband, so people who were into Naruto at the time, this was like, oh, this is a Naruto ninja dog. And he says he has the ability to metamorph into a human. I don't know how that happens. How did he learn that? Where did he learn that? All I know is that he's a good boy, and he probably does his job really well. He's a ninja who protects wind type people. I'm assuming the village, maybe hidden in the leaves because they're windy, maybe over there. But yeah, I just remember seeing him and I was like, dang, that's a really cool ninja. But he also happens to be a dog. That's interesting. Okay, so the dog that I mentioned earlier, who might have came before Ninken Dog. By the way, Ninken Dog literally just translates into ninja dog. That's repetitive. Anyway, Shu from Dragon Ball. This might have been some of your guys' first experience with a ninja dog, but I didn't watch Dragon Ball until way later on. For some reason, it was airing later on after Dragon Ball Z, and we see no appearances of Shu. I've only seen him in the Dragon Ball universe. So he's just a Shiba Inu, which is pretty cute as is, and he is a right-hand man of Emperor Pilaf, and he's always teaming up with Mai. So in some of the newer Dragon Ball stuff, we do see him. He makes an appearance. I believe he was in the Broly movie, and every time you see him, he's just like a cute little ninja, and he doesn't do ninja things. He just pretends, but it is cool to see him. And again, I don't understand why they make them ninjas. It just doesn't make no sense to me. He's not very strong. He's just a cute man, and I enjoyed his costume because the color of it, his facial structure, his character design is cool. Could they made him stronger? Maybe if they made him grow up a little bit in the show and give him more abilities. but from what we've seen, he's just there. He exists. He's comedic relief a lot of the times, and yeah, cool design. Not very cool character when you think about what he can do overall. And then later on down in the line of the timeline, if you will, we got Naruto. And in Naruto, we got the best character, Kakashi. His summoning beasts were dogs, and it was cool. There were so many of them. Some of them wore sunglasses, some of them had bandages wrapped around them, some were fat, some were small. And my favorite, Pakun, he is a pug, and pugs are my favorite dogs of all times. And yeah, when they came on screen, you're like, oh, this is cool. And then they actually kind of help Kakashi a little bit, and you're like, oh, they are really cool. They do a lot of cool things, and I think they probably have the most use from what we've seen so far as ninja dogs go. There was a lot of them. I believe there were 7 of them. There's actually 8 of them, and they do have the ability to kind of talk to Kakashi, so I guess some of them do speak English. We've seen them run on water. They track down things. I believe they probably the closest thing we have to Ninken from back in the day that Ninja trained these dogs to do certain things for them. They're probably the best representation of that. They're not just cute little animals like Shu, where he's just wearing a cool ninja outfit. They are more a bit dog-like. They're not as humanistic as Ninken dog and Shu are. They stay on all fours for the most part, and yeah, the most that they do human-like is that they talk. But yeah, again, they do fit in the category of ninja dogs, and yeah, they were just always cool. It is kind of a shame that he didn't use them as much later on in the series. He did use them a few times, but it wasn't like a big thing. I don't know, it just wasn't as big as, I guess, Naruto and his toads. I feel like they missed the mark there. They could have got a lot of more use out of them. But from what we saw and what we did get in the show, I enjoyed it, and it fits nicely into this little group of ninja dogs, I would say. And the final ninja dog here I want to talk about, I don't even know if you can even like classify him as a ninja dog, but is going to be Anubis Doggy Kruger from Power Rangers SPD. I don't know if you've seen Power Rangers SPD, but it is my personal favorite of all the Power Rangers series. Doggy Kruger is the leader of the Power Rangers. Well, not really the leader, but he commands them. He's the SPD commander, technically, is his title. And he gives them all their missions and all this stuff, and he just kind of bosses them around. It's kind of like, you know, the commissioners, where you report to them. You're a cop and you're on your beat or whatever, and you show up and you're like, hey, I caught the bad guy, or hey, what do I do next? He is the main leader there, and we see him throughout the show, and we're kind of like, oh, he's kind of cool or whatever. But then you find out that he actually is a ranger himself. He's the Shadow Ranger, and you see him pull a sword out, and he is a master swordsman. So that's why I kind of don't know if you can classify him as a ninja dog. Maybe a samurai dog, more or less, but for me, he always felt like a ninja because of his Power Ranger form, and plus he's in the shadows, kind of like a ninja does, and I feel like he was probably the strongest out of the ninjas that I mentioned throughout the list. I mean, we don't really know what Ninken dog can do, since we didn't see him fully fleshed in the show, or any form besides just a card. But Doggy Kruger himself is a total badass. He's one of my favorite Rangers of all time, and it's so funny to think, like, how can that whole entire dog head fit inside of a Power Ranger helmet? It doesn't make any sense, but that's what Power Rangers are. They don't make any sense, and yeah, he's one of the strongest on that team, and he's a leader for a reason, and always seeing him do things, I was like, oh, that's really cool. I liked him a whole lot, and yeah, that's like, yeah, I don't know. I think he deserves to be here. He counts as a ninja dog, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything else to be said about this topic. I just think of that meme, that kid, the fried chicken meme.
It's chicken. It's fried chicken.
They're just ninja dogs. That's all they are. They're cool. I thought they were cool growing up, and I think they're cool now, and there was no really any rhyme or reason for this video. I just thought it was fun, and you know, it's more of a coincidence than anything that it happened more than once, because there has to be a reason for it. I just can't find the reason for it, and I just thought it would be fun to bring it to you guys and say, hey, like, what are some of your favorite, I guess, little niche things that happen in anime or any media that you see? For me, it just happened to be ninja dogs for some reason. It stuck with me. You don't see ninja cats, because cats are terrible. I don't like them. Dogs are better. That's my opinion. I'm allowed to have it. But yeah, ninja dogs are awesome. I think that there should be more of them in more media. I think we should get some main characters, maybe. I think that'd be a fun premise for a show. I'd watch that. Dog learning how to, I guess it would just be Naruto, but a dog. Maybe it's not a great idea, but I enjoy them for what they are. And yeah, so if you guys did enjoy this video, go ahead and like it and subscribe. All that cool things, you can do that down below. And also, if you know any other ninja dogs in media, you can comment that down below as well. I try my best to find multiple, but these were the ones that I remember watching and the ones that stuck with me the most. So yeah, that's why they're on the list. But if you have any others, I'd love to hear them. And yeah, so till then, take your dog out, let them inside if it's cold, all that good stuff. So catch you guys in the next one.